Good morning, folks. Welcome to Three Dudes and a Lady. This is a platform designed to help bring motivation and inspiration to your day, and perhaps you may learn something. My name is Earl Rule from the beautiful state of North Carolina, and my gratitude for today on this hot day is air conditioning.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Jay Anderson. I yield from the great state of West Virginia. I'm probably going to mirror my gratitude as Earl. It finally hit some 90-degree weather yesterday here in West Virginia, and I'm not a fan.
I am a fan of the 90-degree weather. Hey guys, I am Christine Wright, hailing out of the great state of Florida, and I am grateful we are getting rain. We need it. Today, Jay Shetty talked about false hierarchies of joy. He asked the question, what would bring you more joy, right? A week-long tropical vacation or your favorite sandwich? He was talking about like we should not have to choose which is better. He spoke of a story about his producer just getting back from parental leave and how it was to be back for him, right? He thought it would be a letdown leaving his family and coming back to work, right? But in many ways, he found delight into being back, right? He felt revitalized and making content, which is going to make a difference in the world, right? We often, a lot of times, elevate the joy, like having a baby or completing a degree or going on a week-long vacation, right? We elevate that joy, right? But we don't want to downplay the other simple joys, right? We should not be judging our joy in different manners, right? Or putting a hierarchy on it because it can actually influence our perspective of life, right? Meaning we can think of it as a less positive experience. So a lot of times we're overlooking the everyday joy that we have, right? If we expand our expectations, we can find genuine joy in the mundane experiences in life, like eating your favorite sandwich, right? We can experience contentment in the things that we don't necessarily like. Joy, he said, joy isn't like an American Idol competition. You can welcome joy as it comes. I know this is going to sound weird to a lot of people, but I find joy in doing laundry and weed eating. I have no idea why, no clue, but those are like two of the things that I enjoy doing because I think it is because it's a mundane task, but it's like something you don't really necessarily have to think about, right? It's not like I have to be creative or anything like that, but I find joy in it. Like it's just one of those things in life that I don't mind doing at all. It sounds weird, I know. Most people are probably like, what is wrong with you?
Well, I'm thinking I'm sending my laundry down your way.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I don't do my kids' laundry anymore. They do it on their own because I wanted them to be able to leave the
Oh,
house knowing how to do laundry. But I do our laundry, right? But I don't mind it at all. Like it's just one of those things that doesn't bother me.
right.
Earl, Jay?
I don't mind doing the line. I live by myself, so I got no choice in the
Yeah,
matter.
you don't have a choice. Like it's put on you, right?
But I tell you what I don't mind doing is looking at my clothes and asking myself, what can I do better for myself as updating my wardrobe? Because a lot of the clothes I have go about 5, 6 years ago, and some of them because they shrink in the wash. Uh, and you look at your attire, but how do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to represent a shirt like this? Do you want to be like in a business suit every day, or do you just want to be in a t-shirt? I mean, so we have days where we just hang out in t-shirts and we're doing outside stuff. Other days where, if it's all business, you want to look right. So, I mean, I'm not exactly a clothing expert, but
Right.
there are certain things that I don't mind doing is, if I'm like cleaning around my place, just rearranging stuff to give it a upgraded look.
Well, don't you feel different? We just painted our wall, like two or three of our walls in our house, right? A different color. And it just makes you feel like, I don't know, like content almost, like, I don't know. So
Well, if I
like when you change something up, it's like it almost gives you like this feeling of peace or calmness, right?
Right. See, in my apartment complex,
Newness.
I don't have that luxury of
Yeah.
painting my apartment.
No, you
So
don't have that luxury, but you can still move your apartment around, right? You can still move stuff around.
yeah, that's true. And then I plan to do that probably by the fall just to give it a better
Yeah.
up look. And I actually found some beds for my bed. There's some very colorful upgraded designs for bedspreads. When it makes your bed look different, it kind of gives it when you come into your place. It's almost like, wow, I made some changes here, and it it makes it feel good. It gives it a very calming look. For me personally, my color is blue. I like certain shades of blue on my bed. That's yeah. There you go. But they had designs of blue on their black. Not. I mean, dark blue, light blue. Checkered. These beautiful designs. I mean, it's pretty nice. It has a very calming look to it.
Yeah.
So
So
you just touched on something. Let's stay on that theme for a second, Earl.
yeah.
We're going to tie joy right into this because you when you change the vibe and then you say, hey, look at this sexy change that I just did. Man, I feel good. This is what this is exactly what Jay Shady's talking about. Unfortunately, in society, we have a tendency to measure anything and everything. And it is these measurements that control a lot of our emotions. Okay. And I feel like, and I suspect that a lot of people use how they feel joy or the measurements of joy based on what society's doing at the time.
Oh, for sure.
So all of a sudden, you get confused as to how this joy level should be, or am I overrating this? Am I underrating this?
Or comparing
Comparing.
like what we find joy in to some, like that's why I said like it's probably weird that I find joy in doing laundry and weed eating, right? It's like one of those things that most people are not going to find joy in that. I,
No.
I'm not
Let,
saying they should, right? It's just what I find joy in.
Yes.
And
let,
it's hard to get in the comparison trap. Sorry, Earl, go ahead.
No, I wanted to point out to Jay, one example that I did put in there that just popped in my head that actually I don't mind doing is cleaning the inside of my vehicle, making sure it's vacuum, it smells nice. It's not like I'm bringing anybody in there, but that new car smell, sometimes, or your favorite car smell, I should say. When you're driving half the day, if you're on the go all the time, sometimes just getting a car that smells good, especially when it's air conditioned. Man, it kind of makes that ride more enjoyable.
So we're going to stay on your theme once again. Okay. I dig what you're saying. I feel like one of the things that Jay Shetty, for me, a lesson that I was taking from it was instead of worrying about anybody else's, one of the let's back up a second.
Hmm.
Let's back up a step because I feel like this is an important feature to mention. One of the reasons that we love this platform is we're all about self-development and personal growth. And self-awareness is a big part of that. And over the last couple of years, us doing this, what I have found is I am a little bit more in tune with my surroundings now than I've ever been in my past. And part of it is because we do this and we listen to the different things in the morning and we're growing ourselves. So to me, I just feel like what Jay was saying is there's joy in a lot of things that we do, and we don't recognize it because we don't measure that type of joy.
Hmm.
And that prime example is threefold. One was the example of which would you enjoy more, a Caribbean vacation or your favorite sandwich? Doing laundry was mentioned. Keeping a clean car smelling good was mentioned. So there are things in life that if we take the time and pay attention to will bring us a lot of happiness. Folks, we're in a rat race of living in a world. It's just it. No matter how you cut it, we're in a rat race. Okay, and we have to recognize the joy, and that is a relief for us. It takes our emotions that, particularly if you have a lot of negative emotions, joy allows those to be put on a shelf, even if it's momentarily. So we got to take advantage of this, and we have to really pay attention to it. Earl, in the past, you've made comments such as, "Man, I love going to the beach early in the morning, and it's just me, and I'm out thinking. I enjoy that." You know, to me, sometimes it's a simple cup of damn good coffee in the morning, and it makes me happy, and whatever it may be.
Well,
Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say not only the beach, but sometimes the calming of the country and mountainside north of the city here. There's a road
Nature,
here.
right?
What?
Nature.
Nature.
Oh,
There's
you're
a
talking
road.
West Virginia, right?
Right, right. Well, very funny. But north of Raleigh, there's two roads north of the city. There's Six Forks Road that once you pass the city, it turns into green. I mean, it's just you're in the nature. You see these nice houses, but it's just trees. If you got your windows on, you can hear the birds. You'll see the squirrels. I mean, it just, it's a very calming effect.
Yeah.
Just
So once again,
frank,
you came to West Virginia?
yeah.
Or just
But
driving on that road makes you at like peace or joyful, or is that what you're saying, Earl?
right. I mean, it
Yeah.
can't. I mean, yeah, because if you can't get to the beach because it's a 2 hour drive and you got work to do, you have to find another source of joy that's gonna
Or
get that.
move closer to the beach, just saying.
Or closer to the beach. Well, I plan to get to the beach. It will happen. I mean, trust me. I am well overdue for a beach day. But I mean, not Fourth of July weekend. I'm sorry. It is
No,
packed. It
no.
is packed
Yeah.
down there. Not happening. All right,
Yeah,
but I like to
I
be
understand that.
on the off time. I mean, off season, a little bit off season when everybody's working school. Okay, now I'll go to the beach and enjoy my time.
Right.
But
So,
but the thing
what?
is, in the mountains, when you're going up to the mountain levels, follow those roads, and you get into your destination, and you don't hear a peep. And sometimes that's a good thing. It gives you time to clear your mind, and when you're breathing into nature, that moment that you're in the moment, it's like, okay, this is a good way to start my day. I got my coffee with me, and I'm breathing in that mountain sun, and I give God thanks for giving me this moment, God. Thank you. And you move on with your day. All right, Jay, you go ahead.
Well, again, once again, Earl, I mean, you're just lining me up, baby. All I needed is let you talk, and then I'm just going to roll off what you just said. Because here, listen to me for a second. Think about this. We talk about schedules. We talk about how things change, how we have to pivot every day, all day, right? And you know what? Joy's the same thing. It is all day, every day. It's whether we recognize it and choose to acknowledge it to ourselves. It doesn't matter if I'm happy to Christine. I mean, she wants us to be happy, right? But at the end of the day, the happiness is for your own self.
Yeah.
And you know what? People can read that like a book. When you're perceived as a genuinely happy person, people read that like a book. And they're like, man, you know what? Behind closed doors, closed lipped, I want to be like that.
Yeah.
How about measuring that? That's the power of being positive as much as you can be.
It's oh, go
Man,
ahead.
I'm telling you, joy is just phenomenal.
It is. And like it's crazy. Like this morning I was doing my Bible verse, and in there it said joyful in hope, patient in suffering, and faithful in prayer. Like those were the three things that, and I was like, and then when Jay Shetty started talking about joy, I was like, oh wow, that just like went right into line, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and being joyful in hope, right? Because sometimes, life is not easy, right? And
Did
that's
I not say happiness yesterday when we were
yes, you
trying to
did.
figure out what the topic was
The
going to be?
theme, yeah, yeah, yes, you did. But being, and I think what Jay's trying to get at is being able to find the joy in the little things, right? And being okay with that, right? Instead of it being this big, huge thing that everybody posts on social media, right? Like the beautiful vacations, like all the things, right?
You
But
know,
being content and joyful in the small things.
I also equate this to what you're saying there, Christine. I also equate this to I just lost my train of thought. Daggone, it was going to be good too.
I'm sure it was, I have no doubt.
Stay tuned, folks. I'll come back to it. Um, I, I don't know. I thought I had a great thought. Evidently, I didn't. So, Earl, jump in.
No, I'm reading the Bible verse that was
Oh,
up in
yeah.
this morning. Yeah, I
Is that
got the
from you version?
be joyful in hope, patient
Yep.
in affliction, and faithful in prayer. And you know what? Christine, I'll be bluntly honest with you. This is something I needed this morning
Yes.
because I mean, there are certain people I heard that are bringing a little bit of joy to me this morning outside here, but sometimes I can be so hard headed on myself because of activities that were carrying on from the day before.
Yes. And a lot of times we wake up with that anxiety and that like lack of
Right.
hope, and then
Right.
all of a sudden, like, there you go, there's your verse.
Right. Exactly. And I
I'm with
hope
you, Earl.
right, and I do pray that my Fourth of July is going to be full of
It is.
joy in some ways.
It will be. You got this.
Yeah.
Well, there's happiness. I know exactly what I was going to say. Thank you. Whatever you said just triggered it. Part of recognizing joy is also being able to take bad events or bad thing or what we perceive rather as negative and finding the silver lining within the negative. And sometimes it's is or finding the good in the negative. And sometimes when we're able to view things, oh man, I can't believe this went that way. But the good news is, whatever, da 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 da. Sometimes when we take that approach, it allows joy to enter us at a faster rate. And that negative, even though it was negative, at least in our perception, maybe not as quite as horrendous as what we originally thought. So that's exactly what I was wanting to say. So if negativity comes your way, just say, okay, what is the good thing out of it? I've spoken in the last few months that it's been a learning experience for me. So that's been the positive about everything that I've been trying to go through is I choose to look at it as a learning experience. And it's been very learning at times, but at the end of it, I feel pretty good about that. So that's something to think about.
Well, and
And I
Jay,
think, oh, you
I love,
froze there for a second,
yeah.
Christine, because you went,
Am I still frozen? No?
no,
Okay. Jay,
no.
what you
Go
said,
ahead.
like
Go ahead.
thinking about the negative, right? Like, okay, so something negative happened like in the last month to us. Like it was so negative, and I was like, man, why is this happening, right? But a lot of times it's not necessarily negative, but we view it as negative because that's our perception of it. But a lot of times it may not be the path that we're supposed to be on, right? And we don't necessarily know that, right? But maybe we're on the wrong path. And that's why it's negative to us because that's the path we wanted, right? That's what we thought was going to happen. And that didn't happen. the way we wanted it to happen. So all of a sudden it becomes this huge negative weight. When in actuality,
Yes.
maybe that wasn't God's
Yes.
plan for us. And that's where the joy, being joyful and hope, because if we're praying and hopeful, that's where we're going to find the joy, right? And a lot of times we have to surrender that negative stuff. Like we just have to surrender it because it's not up to us.
It's interesting you mention that, Christine, because that's exactly what was said at the men's fellowship last week.
Oh, nice.
That you nailed that one right on the head. And my one of my friends who's in the men's fellowship said, "We got this. Just give it all up to him.
Yes,
You
you
got
have to surrender.
you
Sometimes
have to surrender."
because it's not in the worldly world, right? Or the earthly world, like we think that we're in control and like if this doesn't happen the way that we want it to happen or the way that we perceive it to happen, then we're like, and it's out of our control. The only thing we can control is our attitude towards it, right? Are we going to be hopeful and joy, or are we going to be angry and pissed off for the rest of the week? And trust me, I've been in both situations. Like I've been in both ways.
Yeah. Oh, who hasn't? I mean,
Right.
come on, we're human, right? Who
Yeah.
hasn't?
And we live on Earth, right? So it becomes very distracting.
I, you make me think, and I don't even know that there's a correlation here, but I don't know why this crossed my mind. It did nonetheless. Can we make ourselves happy? And can we manifest it? I guess is what I'm saying. And I'm gonna say 1,000% yes. I give you an example. Christmas time, people start singing and caroling. Do you not get that warm, fuzzy feeling for whatever it may be?
Go ahead
Okay.
and just sing Jingle Bells, right? If
Every
Mike Jones
year,
was here right
it's going
now.
to happen.
If
Every
Mike,
year, it's going to
yeah.
happen, right?
If Mike was
And
here,
you
he'd be
just,
belting out a song.
oh, tell me, when Silent Night comes on, if you don't get goosebumps, you need to check yourself in, okay? And I mean, it's just, it's manifested because we know it's coming every year and we're excited. You know, Thanksgiving. Sometimes you're like, what is this holiday? Which is my favorite holiday. But when you sit down before you eat and someone gives the prayer, does all of a sudden it's like everything flushes through you and then you feel light as a feather. So I think we can manifest. I don't say manifest. How do I think we can find the joy in just about everything if we just take the time to acknowledge it. Listen, you turn on the news at 6 o'clock, it's about as doom and gloom as you can look at right now. And it has been. It's been like that for a while. It's a shame. And I'm tired of watching the news. I mean, I like to know, I want to be in the know, but I want to be in the know and not be so negative about being in the know.
That's big. That's because I either watch the news at 6:18 p.m. when the weather comes on, and that's it. After that, if it's weather and sports, fine. But for the first 15, I shut it off.
Yeah. Because there's an agenda
Well,
to it.
I think, one is we pay attention to it. Two, I think when negative things happen, however they happen, see if we can find the silver lining or the good that we've learned out of it. And then that can help control our emotions. Because at the end of the day, no one in their right mind likes to go to bed pissed off, mad at the world. No one. No one. I don't care. I don't care if you're an evil person. No one wants to go to bed feeling that way.
Sure. Facts.
Folks, I think it's easy to see we're not licensed therapists. For sure, we go through rabbit holes or down those rabbit holes, but it's fun to talk about. The nice thing is we have a platform. Really, it was for the four of us, and today is three of us, but generally four of us. we just thought it would be good to share this experience with you guys, and maybe you guys could enjoy what we talk about a little bit and help personal growth and self-development, but through listening with us. Make yourself in tune with what we're doing. And please, please try to bring the joy in life. Join us every day. We listen to the app Calm. Within that app, we listen to Jay Shetty, and he sheds great light to us.
And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. Please come back soon, and we'll see you soon. Deuces.
He says.
Peace.